when I first hopped on the program, I was a high school senior. I don't know if I want to go to college. I don't know like what I want to do. I don't know how to make money. And now I've already scaled up to around like 8 grand a month. This is the way to make money. If you're looking to be a CEO, if you're looking to be that person who has a nice car, who's in the suit, going to these fancy restaurants, this is that opportunity to take hold of that.
John, what is up, brother? How's it going?
Yo, what's
What?
going on?
Nothing much, man. It's good to see you. How's everything by you?
Likewise, bro. I mean, I'm chilling right now, slowing down the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hit some doors, got at it today, but we party at night here.
Work hard, play hard. I love it, man.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, dude, I am super excited to talk to you. Thanks for doing this, by the way, because dude, we've been working together for a while now, and you have a really unique,
Yeah,
maybe not so much the story, but the outcome of working together is very unique. So don't
I
spoil
agree.
it. We'll get to it later in the interview. But dude, super excited for this, bro. So take it away, man. Who introduce yourself for those who are watching?
Great. So, my name's John. I'm originally from New York and program. I was a high school senior approaching the summer, so I was still a high schooler. And essentially, my mind was that I don't know if I want to go to college. I don't know like what I want to do. I don't know how to make money, but I know I want to make money. And I remember reaching out to Joe through Instagram at the very start of his program, and I hopped on call with him and I expressed the same concerns. And it was just like a big identity dilemma of like, what do I do? So the happy median was okay, spend the summer trying a service business and see how it goes. Let's get Joe and Thomas to coach me, and
Hmm.
then let's go to school and see the next steps.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, did you ended up joining, obviously, right before the summer really started for you.
Yep.
Took the leap of faith, for an 18-year-old coming into a program like this that isn't very cheap.
Yeah.
It was definitely we're like, oh shit, okay, let's see what this kid's got. And you did well. So, dude, talk about, what was your experience like in the first couple weeks of joining?
Yeah. So I chose to do a door-to-door service where it was window cleaning.
Yep.
And in the past I had done door-to-door for pressure washing with my buddies, but nothing serious. Like this time I was looking to actually lock in, spend full 8 hours in the field, try and build something, whether I was the neighborhood boy or, someone with an actual LLC. And the whole thing was, this fell in a good time where that school finished up essentially like a week after.
Hmm.
And I remember the first day of summer I went out and knocked. And I forget what it was, but I spent a full 8 hours. I was like, let me just pound through an entire neighborhood. And I remember taking home a few sales. I think it was like definitely over $500 in rev. And obviously, the caveat to doing this as the neighborhood boy is I had to go and clean it the next day. But it was the first big dopamine hit of like success.
That first moment of like, oh shit, this is actually working.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it, man. Awesome. And what were some of the big wins for you? Because I mean, you were one of the guys who came in and you found success pretty quick. So like what besides those first couple of moments, like what are some key moments you remember first coming?
Yeah, yeah, totally. So I remember not shortly after that, I was caught in a like a whole trance of it's a stressful lifestyle that you're living. And for a period of the summer, I ended up not spending so much time out because I realized I wanted some time back. But just 2 weeks after, I went out for like 3 hours maybe on the doors and I sold like 2 grand the next day. And that was like the biggest, like, that was like the game changer. And it honestly fried my perception of money because after that, any day that wasn't above $500 in sales, I was disappointed with, even though like the next day I would clean it and make like 400 bucks. But yeah, that big hitter day, it was like 5 or 6 sales in a high ticket area. And I was able to legit pull in over $2,000 in revenue.
Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, that's what I was digging for there. Because I remember I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but I'm like, dude, he had a crazy couple days, like in the middle of
Yeah.
the summer. So yeah, bro. But talk a little bit about the program itself. Like, were there anything? was there anything that necessarily surprised you about it once you joined?
Yeah, so my biggest surprise was actually having a connect like you, Joe, and like Thomas to the point
Mhm.
where I was someone who had nothing and I had instant connect to people who were already scaled at 10, $20,000 a month. And that made me feel like I had a good backing for one, because I was talking to the business, like you guys are CEOs. I was talking to CEOs. I wasn't talking to like just some random guy closing people. So, from the first moment, it was like, yeah, these guys are legit. I want to heed what they have to say. And just the involvement in the program, I think a lot of what it was I was confused how no one had kind of found this specific program, the six-figure service business like WAP. It was like an untapped gold mine, and it was just me and a few guys at the start, just pitching in on group calls. Everyone would make time to come into the group calls.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you, what was helpful was having the direct support from myself. Thomas, by the way, for those watching, he is our window cleaning slash door-to-door coach. So all the guys in exterior washing, window cleaning, any niche that needs door-to-door or benefits from having a door-to-door sales team, he does a lot with those guys. And obviously you and Thomas work together quite a bit. So for you, bro, it was just having the support from us, the support from the community was really the
Oh
big.
yeah, bro. Good people make good things. Like it's people that make things happen.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. So the fun part, bro, let's talk about where you are now because
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy where you ended up and how everything like the start coming to the program, connecting with us kind of led you to where you're at now. So, bro, tell that. I'm excited for you
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, so to make an end to the summer arc, what it was, it continued to just be like on and off. My perception of money was essentially fried. And I remember going into college, right? Because I played it safe. I listened to what my parents had to say, and I went to a business school. And I remember setting foot at the business school, and I was like, I know nothing. These people know nothing. Like we're useless. I want to do something where I'm useful. And the whole first semester of school, I was really just like I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. And having the crazy connect with like you, Joe, and Thomas is I was able to reach out to Thomas and we planned something where I helped him with his window cleaning company, Wetline. Um, I helped him open a new state. So I took a semester off. I had another very ambitious friend of mine who thinks like the same way as me. He took a semester off as well. And right now we're in Austin, Texas, knocking doors and selling window cleaning for Thomas. Thomas is out here right now. So it's just opened the door to a lot of good experiences. And I think the biggest thing is now is the fact that I've done that leap of faith and now I'm reaping the benefits. Like the mini leap of faith was like, hopping in the program. The
Mhm.
mega leap of faith was like, okay, changing the course of the next half a year. And now what it is I've already scaled up to around like eight grand a month just from selling for Thomas. And to stay scaling. This is my first month out here. I really think folks don't know that any communication job, any sales job where you're paid off of how hard you work, that is just limitless.
Yeah. So, dude, you're really the entire trajectory of your life, at least when it comes to like what you're doing for money. I mean, it's more than that, obviously, but that completely changed because of us connecting over Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, so you're down there right now in Austin, Texas, originally from New York. I don't know if you mentioned that at the start with Thomas. And I remember a couple months before you guys did that. And how long you been down there for? A couple weeks, right?
Dude, it's been right around a month mark. It's been the
Okay.
month
So
mark.
I remember a couple months before you went down, you told me what you were doing. Like, dude, I'm dropping out. I'm going with Thomas to Austin, Texas. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
like that's how I felt my first semester of college. I was like, dude, I hate this. I don't want to be here. And for you, it's so cool just to know that like because of the group, like you had the opportunity to bail. Like for me, I had to kind of take a pretty big risk and start this business over winter break of 2019. That was my marketing agency and hope it worked before February, which it did. But for you, just knowing that like, hey, you kind of have like a guaranteed thing here that's gonna
Yeah.
work. So Dude, that's sick, man. Let me ask you a question, bro. Where do you think you would be if you never joined, we never connected, we just none of this happened between us? Where do you think you'd be right now?
Honestly, like I honestly got a little like a little chilly right there when you said that.
Mhm.
That's a world I really can't fathom because, like I said, like just moments before, like this is the way to make money. If you're looking to be a CEO, if you're looking to be that person who has a nice car, who's in the suit, going to these fancy restaurants, you need to own a business of some sort. Whatever it is, you need to own something. This is that opportunity to take hold of that, right? Whether it's like even just being a salesman, I'm 19. I don't need to be exactly where, I just described, but I really think that if you even aren't even told this, you're missing out on the chance to become, that businessman in the nice car who's young, who has like a really attractive girl next to him. Like you really never get the chance if you're never even told it. So it's almost like it's almost like just Bitcoin in 2014,
I love it, bro.
2010.
Yeah. So, dude, that being said, like, what would you say to somebody, especially your age, because this will relate with a lot of the younger guys, obviously. What would you say to somebody who's watching this, who's maybe thinking about starting home services and maybe thinking about reaching out for some help to do it, whether they want to start and do it faster or they want help to scale? What would you say to that person?
Yeah, totally. I think the best thing to say to someone is envision the life that you want to live and when you want to live it, and understand that, I kid you not, service-based businesses are probably the easiest way with no experience, right? Obviously, you gain the experience while you work. However, with no experience, it's definitely the easiest way to get where someone who's ambitious wants to get. It's the first foot in the door.
Absolutely. I could imagine being such a young age and, kind of sharing my story, bro. Like something I really remember was having a big identity shift, right? I was never really a big fan of like who I was in high school, just because like there wasn't really anything about myself I thought that was interesting. And then a year later, after I graduated high school, like I'm running this business, I live on my own now. I'm making like 6 to 8 grand a month, nothing crazy, but enough for me to live in a nice place and be completely financially independent. And I was like, I'm him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So did you have anything similar to that? Like there was any sort of like identity
Oh,
shift?
yeah.
Talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, what you described in high school was me in my first semester of college because I was so out of whack with what I wanted to do. It started to really infringe on who I was, and I became quieter. I became more nervous to speak to someone. Um, And, my goals started slipping away, like just the non-negotiables of my day, crammed in a single dorm room on a campus with no car, hours away from home. Now it's funny because I'm 30 hours away from my home via
Mm,
driving. But now I almost demand I demand something greater than like what a normal person demands, especially once you start facing rejection, which
mm.
any business owner will face, or anyone doing anything like this, any risk taker will face. Um, you just become more battle hardened and you start to demand like respect, demand people to look at you and like respect you and hear what you have to say. And now that's honestly my mindset these days. Just going out in a random Target, right? Shopping, whatever, and no one there knows that like I'm from halfway across the country. And on top of that, no one there knows like the stuff I'm doing and the stuff I'll continue to do, especially the number that I'm making. Like the number, I think I can't fathom that. Like I don't see a single other way unless like you hit the jackpot with getting famous online. Like there's no other way to be pulling in like a consistent like six figs a month without doing a service like that.
Yeah. So you would say it sounds like the big thing there is confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, confidence definitely came.
For sure. I love it, dude. Well, John, man, this has been fun, dude. Your journey has definitely been an interesting one to watch, and Thomas and I are both very glad to be a part of it. I know, obviously, him especially because you're working for him, and now
Yeah.
you're spending a lot of time together in person, which is super cool, bro. So, dude, I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you trusting us, to help you get to where you wanted to go. Putting your faith in two random strangers on the internet isn't always easy, but it turned out pretty good for you, man. So
Yeah, bro.
love
Yeah.
it, man. Awesome. Well, dude, thanks for doing this again. Do you have any last remarks or anything else you want to share with those who are watching?
Yeah, I think the last thing I want to share, what you just touched up on, was the fact of strangers online. I think a lot of people should detach from that idea if they want to get to places that they want to get. I think you have to start looking at people, whether you're looking at this on YouTube or Instagram. Um, he's a person, right? Joe, you're a person. Thomas is a person. I'm a person. You're connecting with people. It doesn't really matter that the online aspect, and don't be hesitant to reach out, hop on a call, um, just because it's online.
Love it, man. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate all that, brother. Sweet. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up there. Like I said, dude, appreciate you doing this. It's been really, really fun to watch your journey. I guess what's next on the horizon for you? Just gonna keep doing your thing? Do you have any other plans for now, or just gonna keep riding the wave for a little bit?
Yeah, just riding the wave for the next few
Love it.
months, and then return home and prep for that show, the
Yeah, yeah,
bodybuilding show.
bodybuilding
But
show.
that's
Yeah.
honestly it.
Cool. Awesome, brother. Well, for those of you who are watching, if you made it this far, if you're interested in booking a call with me and my team to figure out how we can help you start and or scale your home service business, just like we helped John do, or maybe even get placement within one of our companies, click the first link in the bio. You can go ahead or in the description to book a call. I'd love to get to know about you and your story and see how we could potentially help. But either way, I appreciate you watching this. John, thanks again, brother. And we'll see you in the next one.